that ball.
Rambopa Radio with your host, Jen T.
Fuck, I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, fucking Jen is a warlord.
I'm fucking coming for you.
And now I feel poo coming out of my bum. So it's a lot right now. Yeah, it's a lot.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Rambopa Radio. I am your host, Jen T. Twitter and Instagram at Jen T523. Well, hello, motherfuckers. Wow. What an absolute epic week it has been since I have last spoken to y'all. I mean, the level of insanity going on. Oh, we're just gonna jump right into it. Damn. Salute. We lost. We didn't lose. I mean, it wasn't like she was a set of keys, but another person has quit. And you know, I mean, this is life. Every time somebody quits, I mean, things were already going to shit. We barely had enough people working there anyways. And somehow somebody finds a way to be like, you know what? I quit. It just blows my mind. I'm like, oh my God. Let us play a game. Let us see how many people can quit and this fucking store stays open. Shit. Unbelievable. Wow. Best of luck. Kudos to her. She's a smart lady. I was shocked that she was working there for being as smart as she was. Not that smart people don't work there, but just, you know, we all have capabilities, and stacking boxes and scanning things and helping customers who don't wear pants, you know, it's just above. We're just above it. Now, obviously, there are a few workers who deserve all of that shit and then some. But maybe some other time I'll tell you the names. But speaking of customers with no pants, it's time for Customers of the Week. Well, as I mentioned earlier, we had a gentleman who decided to pull his pants down and proceed to and you're thinking, what, an actual customer? No. So according to my one of my many bosses, who shall remain nameless, again, I will probably tell you his name some other time. According to him, is anyone who has $5 in their pocket is a customer. And so apparently a homeless person who had $5 in their pocket, I'm not sure if they were 5 pesos, but they had 5 something in their pocket. And they proceeded to come into my work and, you know, browse around looking for the beer to steal, because that's what they do. And this young man, it was a troubled journey from the start, because I was out in my car minding my own business, playing Call of Duty. Of course, I was answering the call of the duty, and I just happened to look over because I like to be outside and enjoy the fresh air. I just happened to be looking over, and this guy sees me from across the street and goes, hey, I'm talking to you. I was like, oh man, I hate that. Ugh, that really grinds my gears. So he makes eye contact with me from across the street and starts walking without even checking to see which way traffic is going. Just is fixated on looking at me. So immediately I'm like, okay, this dude is on meth, or he is on PCP. He is on some sort of substance, because he is not even watching the traffic or the cars that are about to hit him as he is crossing the street, fixated, staring at me in my car. So I'm like, okay, here we fucking go. So, hey, I'm talking to you. Hi. And so I look away. I go back to playing Call of Duty, but at the corner of my eye, I'm watching him. And so as he gets about, I let him get about maybe 15, 20 feet or so close to my car. I flashed my old, I keep this little gadget in my car that, if there's an emergency, the handle has a box cutter inside, and then the end is on the opposite end of this tool. It is a very, very, very sharp spike, and this spike is able to break windows if there's an emergency, because your dear host Rambo has been in several car accidents and has fallen asleep and has had to break windows to get out of vehicles. So I keep this in my car. I promised my mom this is the one thing I'd keep in my car. So, in the box cutter in the handle, cut the seat, and then the little spike to break the glass. So I keep this right on the side, because if this spike so happens to hit your skull, well, I'm sorry. Good night. You ain't getting up, player. So I let him get about 15, 20 feet next to the car. And then I just raised up my little tool, just did a little flashy flash. And then all of a sudden I heard, oh, no. And he did a full lap away from my car. When I say he was looking at my car, he was staring at me and walking away from my car, almost spun around like the fucking Exorcist. I was just like, oh shit, this guy, he had a fucking face tattoo. He had somebody's initials across his cheek. I was like, yikes. And he had some kind of Diamond Dallas Page jacket on, some fucking Hardy Jeanette shit going on. Some fucking weird ass 80s jacket. Oh shit. God damn. And then the fucking pants were down to the knees. So I was just like, damn. And then of course he had to top it off with some sort of knockoff Crocs or Birkenstocks. I don't know what the hell was going on. And then he had the fucking neon white sunglasses, those cheap sunglasses you get if you like fucking order a meal from some kind of fast food restaurant or something. But most importantly, like the look altogether was like some fucking, like, my man's looked like he was gonna go audition for Menudo. I was like, oh shit, Ricky Martin needs his jacket back, player. Damn it. So he kept walking. So I was like, all right, I'm going to put my little tool away. We Gucci. But I keep that right on the side of my seat in case somebody want to try. So I kept watching him, but I went back to playing my game. So unfortunately, he walked into my work. And this wasn't the first time today. He had been in there earlier and he had stolen some alcohol and he was back from home, of course. And when he was removed from the premises at my work, before he was escorted out, he thought it would be a good idea to help himself to a fistful of hand sanitizer wipes. And this led me to believe one of two things was about to go down. He was going to wring them out into some sort of cup and drink it, because that's what alcoholics do, or the unthinkable. And it was the unthinkable. My man's proceeded to pull the pants down and wipe his buttocks with sandy wipes. Wiping his yonk, his chum with sandy wipes. And I'm like, yo, bro, that shit burn. You using that on the anus and your chum? Sandy wipes? There's alcohol in there. And I went, man, my man's is hard up. He's trying to butt drink these sandy wipes or some shit. My guy's like fucking boofing shit outside of my work. Fucking Marty Jannetty and the Rockets. Holy shit. Oh my God. This guy's trying to fucking boof these sandy wipes off his butt. And my two bosses are standing there just staring at him, making the most disgusted face. And I'm inside watching the whole thing go down. I'm just laughing. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck is happening here? This used to be a quiet little Christian town. You know, it's a blue zone. That means we got the most centurions living there. Loma Linda, California, stand up. Enjoy your fried chick and your Swiss steak. Oh, shit. Oh, man. This used to be the mecca of religion and wholesomeness and fine, upstanding citizens. And now we have some dude with a fucking whack-ass face tattoo, some fucking Marty Jannetty WWF jacket on, and he's boofing sandy wipes. What? Oh my God. Oh, I was like, good God almighty, what is going on in this world, player? And then I went, oh, that's right, San Bernardino's just a bridge away. Sorry about that, Loma Linda. It's over. It's just turning into upscale San Bernardino. God damn, man. Whew. Shit. So we thought we were done. We thought we were done with my man's boofing the hand sanitizer wipes up his butt. The next day, the next day, when I was walking into work, people were already standing outside the door greeting me, and they're like, "Oh, you just missed a crazy." And I was like, "Oh, thank God." But within 30 minutes, another one had appeared. And this one was particularly fascinating because he also had the pants down as well, was trying to expose the buttocks. And he was claiming that John Wayne Gacy had murdered his sister and stray cats are good hot dogs. I don't know what the fuck was happening, but I was like, can I go home? I don't need this bullshit in my life right now. I'm trying to train for a tournament, son. And I got some motherfucking guy who looks to be 20 years old talking about John Wayne Gacy and hot dog cats. And his pants are on the ground. He's talking to my boss with his buttocks, his anus exposed. And he's like, yo, dog, you only gotta kill me, man. I got them hot dog cats, you know, and the cats made of hot dogs. And John Wayne Gacy killed my sister. John Wayne Gacy killed my sister. I was like, what the fuck, man? I'm almost old enough to even remember who the fuck that was. And I was older than this cat outside. And I was like, yo, I'm calling shenanigans on you, dog. And then, shit. So, of course, we called security. And, you know, working in Loma Linda, one of the polite things about this town is police. There's no police, okay? This is how small this town is. This is a small, little, tiny, little Christian town. There's no police in Loma Linda. They got security. And when I say security, they call him Veggie Popo because when there's trouble, these fellers actually call the police. So save yourself the phone call and just call 911. Don't call security. Just call 911. Security ain't gonna do shit. He just drive around in his little car with his little canine, and then they keep it moving. Old boy rolled up, and he said, "Sir, this is private property. I'm gonna need you to pull your pants up and leave." And he's like, "John Wayne Gacy killed my sister, and I had me some cat hot dogs." And he said, "Okay, I'm calling the police." Like, no shit, motherfucker. We gotta get this guy out of here. And I looked at him and he was just like fucking staring at me with the fucking like beady eyes and shit. And I was like, oh my God, whatever eggy whites are left in this guy's head are completely smashed. Oh shit. And this whole thing is going on right in front of the fucking door. So customers are walking in like, whoa, look at this guy with his fucking pants on the ground. Like fucking, I kept singing that Jimmy Fallon song. You looking like a fool with your pants on the ground. And then the fucking remix with Neil Young. Pants on the ground. Pants on the ground. This fucking guy. I was like, man, my boss tried. He's like, hey, bro, you know, we can have a conversation, but I need you to leave or at least pull your pants up, something. And he would do nothing, neither one of the two. So called security. Security asked him to leave. He wouldn't leave. So then security calls the police. So the first cop rolls up. He goes, hey, how you doing, sir? How about you pick up your pants? You got a piece on you or anything? And then, of course, my man grabs his dick. So then I guess this prompted police officer to call police officer number 2. He called for backup. He's like, Jesus Christ, this guy's piece is huge. Get down here. He's like, sir, please don't do that again. Keep your hands out of your pockets. He's like, wait a minute, you don't have any pockets because they're on the fucking ground. Holy shit, this guy does not have pants. So then calls for backup. And when I'm telling you, good Lord, these guys look like fucking sharks. This is what scares the bejesus out of me. Because the first cop was nice. But the two that rolled up were some fucking young guns, heavy with the steel on the street. They fucking, soon as they hopped out of the car, they undid the buckle for the stun gun. I was like, oh shit, my man's just gonna get fucked up right now if he doesn't leave. And he's like, Joe Wayne Gacy killed my sister, I got me some cat hot dogs. And they're like, hey, buddy. Hey, these two young cops. Hey, buddy. How you doing, sir? We're going to have to ask you to leave. And if you don't leave politely, well, you know what's going to happen next. And this is like, well, what the fuck? You going to ice this cat right here in front of fucking 50 people? Can't do that. So they had to pretend to do their job and just talk to him. But I could tell as soon as both of them hopped out of the car, they maybe looked to be 22, 24-year-old cops. They fucking flicked the belt off of the thing. They're ready to go pew, 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 pew. But then like, too many witnesses. So we're just going to talk to him like he's our friend. Hey, buddy. Hey there, bub. Yeah, how you doing? Hey. We're going to have to ask you to leave, so just keep on walking out of here. But, the cat hot dogs and John Wayne Gacy killed my sister. But. Yeah, sir, we're going to have to ask you to leave. Just keep moving. Bye-bye. But I could tell they were trigger happy as fuck. I could tell they were ready to ice this cat. They had already done the fucking buckle, man. They weren't even going to ask the questions. They just pulled up. They're like, freeze, pop, pop. And this is crazy because if you get fucking iced in front of a fucking health food store with your pants on the ground, like, oh, shit. I mean, that just cannot be unimaginable. It could almost be the worst death. But then I saw the footage of this rapper, this PB and Jelly or P&B, I don't know. But anywho, my queen voice, PB and Jelly. This PB and J rapper who got iced at Roscoe's last week. Shit, this is so fucked up. My man's have been shot, okay? He's bleeding out all over the fucking place. There's at least 6 people with their fucking cell phones out recording this shit. And he's going into shock. You see him, his fucking body twitching and shit because he's been shot 6, 8 times. I don't know, 12 fucking times. And I'm like, where's your decency to one of you to call 911 and B, put your goddamn phone away if you're not calling 911 and help this man. Put some pressure on the wound. Do something. This man died. I don't care if he was a good guy or a bad guy. This man fucking died on social media. For what? For his fucking chain? These guys came in there to rob his chain and he wouldn't give them a fucking chain? Give them the fucking chain, you jackass. It's not worth being iced, let alone being iced on IG. So now, your chain got jacked. You just got shot 6, 12 times. And then now everybody at Roscoe's is videotaping you while you bleed out to death on the fucking floor. I mean, damn. I was shocked. I wasn't necessarily shocked by the violence, but I was just shocked by people's inability to jump into action. Get a goddamn napkin dispenser and put some fucking pressure on those wounds until fucking 911 gets there. Even though my man's probably a goner, we don't know because nobody tried. People were just recording that shit. And then somebody turned around and said, oh, my man's girlfriend set this up. Oh, my man's put his location out there. Like, come on, y'all. Don't be that stupid. You think that his girlfriend set him up to get shot right when they're leaving, right when they're at Roscoe's in a fucking bad neighborhood in LA, fucking Manchester Avenue. You wouldn't catch me dead over there on Manchester Avenue. I only know Manchester Avenue because I'm fucking speeding through the red light over there. I don't want to get shot, son, and I'm a nobody. Holy shit. This guy was over there flashing some big dog chain. Somebody's gonna snatch it. Okay? That's just my thoughts. But damn, the savagery of what people are allowing to happen these days is it blows my mind. I'm like, my thought is, oh shit. Put pressure on the wound, call 911, help, CPR, something, do something. A lot of these young folk today are like, well, let's get our camera out and watch this guy fucking twitch as he's dying. He's dying. And you're just watching his body fucking shake and shit. And he's bleeding out all over the fucking floor at Roscoe's. This is crazy. What kind of people were not taught by their parent to teach them to do something? Spring into action. Clearly the people that shot him were gone. They took the chain, they left. They ain't coming back. I mean, we don't know that, but come on. We don't know that either. You know, shit's happening. Do something. I'm astounded by this kind of generation where we're just like, oh, let's pull out the phone. Somebody needs help. Oh, well. Like, what was that, 2-3 years ago? Right before COVID, my man took a selfie or something and then fell in the lake. And then the people just recorded him drowning and nobody did nothing to fucker drown in the lake. Come on, y'all. Oh, God. People's agendas are just out of whack lately. Oh, man. Astounding. Just unfucking believable. Well, I mean, since I'm talking about current events, some current events. Whew. Yeah, I was just, whew. You know, I've been, I'm heavy on the Twitter machines and the snappy chats and socials and all that jazz. I'm heavy on the socials, if you will. And one thing that I've just about had a fucking enough of is this fucking movie, Don't Worry, Darling. This Olivia Wilde directed movie. I don't even know if it's fucking good or not, but I am so fucking sick of hearing about this bitch and her baby daddy, Jason Sudeikis or whatever this dude from SNL. Ted Lasso. He's my guy. He's my fucking guy. Olivia Wilde, steamy. But goddamn, Ma, you kind of did my man's dirty by just shacking up with Harry Styles, okay? God bless you. I understand. I understand what's going on. But maybe it's behind closed doors. There was it just seems like my man Ted Lasso, Coach Lasso, was caught off guard. And so now she's got this goofy ass movie out, right? And oh boy, Jason serves her papers while she's doing a press conference for it. Woo! 1 point for Coach Lasso. But let me be a little bit more respectful. There's kids involved and things like that. Divorce sucks, all that jazz. But maybe it's for the best. But my thought is, what's really grinding my gears is, it's not even the divorce fact. It's the fact that she's fighting with the main actress in there, and then the movie sucks on top of it, and then people are like doing a timeline to see like when she hooked up with Harry and when she broke up with the other. I don't give a rat's ass. I don't care. Why are you throwing this up in my grill? Social media. I just want to see stonks. I just want to say booties, and I just want to see pictures of my friends and their lives and what foods they're eating and their cute little babies and their little trips they're on. I don't care about Olivia Wilde and Jason Sudeikis. Sorry. Man, Ted Lasso, bless you. I love the show. I love the show before it was even a show. That's how much of a fan I am, okay? I remember when there were little side skits on NBC for Premier League back in the day, okay? These were little bitty skits. And then it turned into a fucking show. I cannot take another minute. If I see the name Don't Worry, Darling, or Florence Pugh again, I'm gonna lose my shit. I can't take it. This bitch is like giving Olivia Wilde the side eye, and Olivia Wilde's like, oh yeah, my movie's awesome. And then this bitch is like, whatever, ho. You slept with Harry Styles before you left your husband. Like, shit is just wilding out. You could tell the look she's giving her. She's like, well, you know, this movie. But you can tell, like, just the look when she sees Olivia Wilde. Like, they won't even do fucking press conferences together. They really won't be in the same room or the same event. Like, it's kind of getting weird. Okay, shit is popping the fuck off. My only reasoning to even watch this is because I just want to see how bad this is. This is why my AMC stock is like $7 right now, because this bitch Olivia Wilde. Oh my God, Jesus Christ! But I'm just like, man, come on, y'all. I don't give a fuck. No news is good news. I get it, but if your movie sucks, just say it sucks, fam, and let's move on. Don't try and sell me the dream, sweets. I already know what the fuck's going on, bitch. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh, man. You know, another thing has surfaced from the past. Something that has been finally confirmed, basically. Flat out, like 99.99% confirmed. I mean, most of the public already knew about this whole Kim Kardashian thing, but Kris Jenner just straight up went on some goofy-ass TV show with James Corden or whatever, and had a fake lie detector test. And they had him ask her, did she know or is she responsible for the Kim sex tape? And she said, no, I am not. And then one went, oh, right, there you go. Wrong. Y'all woke up the motherfucker Ray J on vacation and was like, fuck that. I got receipts, bitch. Don't make me take your ass to court. This motherfucker had. So there are 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 sex tapes commissioned by Kim's fucking mom. How sick is this? Her own mother straight up prostituting her child. But I mean, she made $1 million in 6 weeks. But I'm just saying, it's a little strange that you were just all like, yeah, Kim, I'm just curious. Who was holding the camera? Was it the mom? Because I'm like, oh, God damn. That's wild. But still, like, we wouldn't know about these people if it wasn't for OJ and this sex tape. If we could just close Pandora's box, and make this shit go away. The world would be a better place. Nicole Brown Simpson would still be alive, and Ron Goldman would still be alive. Oh my God. Oh, Kim would probably never have gotten a fake ass. I mean, things would just be right in the world, you know? But no. That goddamn Kris Jenner opened Pandora's box and released to the world the sex tape, but then claimed that it was stolen or some bitch ass shit. That whole Kardashian family, no thank you, no mas. UK's fattest man, weighing in at 658 pounds, is complaining that his human rights are being violated. According to this young man, he is saying that he is choosing to be fat, but doctors are needing to perform a life-altering surgery. And in order for them to perform the surgery, they have put him on a calorie-restricted diet. And according to him, being on this calorie-restricted diet is infringing on his rights. Well, what about the rights of everyone else, fam? I mean, what about the people who got to cut a hole in your fucking house to crane you out, man? What about the fucking ambulance and the doctors and the nurses that got to take fucking care of your ass when you're sick as fuck because you're sick right now? Your body's quitting on you because you weigh 658 pounds. What about their rights? You know, gurneys have rights too, you know? God, dog. It's wild. My rights are being violated. I just don't want to be on a calorie-restricted diet, man. I only weigh 658 pounds. If I want to eat myself to death, leave me alone. Okay, all right. Okay, my guy. Sheesh. Man finds missing nose ring lodged in his lung 5 years later. Holy shit. Doctors find man missing nose ring after it was stuck in his lung. Mr. Joey, believes that he was sleeping and inhaled his nose ring, and in his sleep became lodged into his lung and began giving him difficulty breathing for 5 years. Hey! Man, after a week of difficulty breathing, don't you think you would have taken your ass to the doctor? I'm just saying. And it just so happens that your nose ring is missing. It's not in your nose and you went to bed with it. Bitch, that shit is in your lungs. Holy cow, what a complete jackass. Oh, man. Holy shit. Oh my God. Man treated for a plastic ball stuck in his anus after he used the plastic ball to treat his hemorrhoids. 51-year-old man. Wait a minute. You're 51 years old. You damn well know that there's no ball you can stick up your ass that will fix your hemorrhoids, bitch. Come on, son. You know better. Man ended up having hospital treatment after a plastic ball had been lodged up into his rectum. He had been putting this large ball up his anus to treat his hemorrhoids. Holy shit, bitch. Oh my God. Ooh. Doctors say the tennis ball sized object was lodged in my man's anus. This is it. Oh my God. Oh, The 51-year-old was rushed to the hospital after confessing to medics that he had a tennis ball-sized object inside his anus. With the company of his wife, he said it was pushed in to treat his hemorrhoids. Oh my God. Surgeons tasked with retrieving the ball found no evidence of hemorrhoids. What the fuck? Yo, this shit would sound so bad. You what? So you mean to tell me you stuck a tennis ball up your anus for hemorrhoids and you don't have any hemorrhoids? Shit. Oh my God. Oh my days. Oh shit. Oh my God. Oh, without trying to avoid medical treatment, doctors had noticed that the man had tried to extract the ball by using a screwdriver and a spoon. Oh, holy shit. He tried to pull a tennis ball out of his ass by using a screwdriver and a spoon. Wow. The initial attempts to remove the ball proved to be unsuccessful. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Doctors asked the man to lay flat on his back with his legs in the air as surgeons armed with significant lubrication tried to pull the ball out manually. However, they failed. The ball was wider than the pelvic outlet. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Left with no other option, doctors had to cut the man's stomach open to get the team closer to the object, but even that failed. Oh, my God. Wow. Oh. Oh my God. Unfortunately, the foreign body was tightly wedged in the pelvis. Thus, moving the ball upward was also unsuccessful. Yay! Oh my God. Surgeons then had to cut the tennis ball into smaller pieces by using an electric drill inserted through his anus. Shit. Oh my God. Oh my God. This shit. These guys put a fucking drill in his ass. Oh shit. Oh my God. By placing the drill in his ass, this made it easy to grasp the 3 individual pieces of tennis ball without minimal damage. Oh my God. Oh, you son of a bitch. Guys, remember, several podcast episodes ago, I want to say like 6 of them, I told you guys, do not put anything in your buttocks without some sort of ends on it, some sort of prongs or legs, because the anus swallows things. Oh my days. The best fucking part was he said he's trying to treat his hemorrhoids and he doesn't have any. Oh, shit. Oh my God, I'm fucking crying, man. Oh shit. Oh my God. Absolutely fascinating. Well, There are no UFC fights this weekend, you piece of shit, Uncle Dana. But I will tell you all about the fights that were going on with me, of course. My bloody tournament. Jesus Christ. Absolute insanity. A mixed range of emotions. I'm not a fan of the waiting, and they certainly made me wait to literally almost dinner time to fight. And, of course, I got sprung into the absolute division. And for those of you who don't know, absolute means it's open weight. So it's a random assortment. It could be a lady my size. It could be a lady bigger than me. It could be a lady smaller. And it just so happened that there were 2 ladies in the absolute division, and both of them were smaller than me. However, they were the scrappiest, wiriest motherfuckers I've ever fought. And your dear host almost didn't make it out alive. I posted one of the fights up on YouTube, Genty TV. I don't know. Maybe this can be some sort of vote. Maybe if enough people ask me, I don't know. I could put the second fight up, but the second fight is really just 12 minutes of me and what some of my teammates are calling the bride was the lady's name, because my teammates said at the gym, they said she looked like Kill Bill because she had the most insane look of determination, and somebody had broken her nose earlier and there was blood pouring out of her head. And then on top of that, I accidentally poked her in the eye. So now she only had one eye. Old girl was doing her best, Uma Thurman, and she was kicking ass. She had like 20 matches that day and then fought me for 12 minutes and didn't let me take her to the ground. You understand what that's like to have 100 pounds difference on somebody and you can't take them down because she just had sheer determination not to go to the ground. It was insane. But the first fight, let's talk about the first fight. So I saw that it said that it was a sister gym of mine in Tahiti. And I said, oh my God, I'm expecting the largest Tahitian woman to step onto the mat. We're talking like sumo status. And it was not. It was a 140-pound girl, maybe even that. Mostly just legs. And I was like, oh, damn. I'm in trouble either way, because if she's just legs, then that means I can get armbarred, ankle locked, the whole nine. I'm not in the safe zone. So, but I knew if I was able to get a hold of her neck, I'm telling you folks, if I get a hold of your neck, it's a wrap. I've said it on here many times. I got a hold of her neck. Not before I took her down. And when I took her down, this bitch was on my ankle right away. Had me in a good ankle lock. Luckily, I have so much nerve damage from breaking my ankles from skateboarding and basketball that I can barely feel anything going on in my ankle. So that thing was, I looked down, my ankle was bent like a pretzel. And then because I'm such a psycho and I can't really feel a whole lot in my ankle, that I then spun the wrong way to get out of the ankle lock. It just made it worse, but I'm sure it scared the crap out of her, so it worked. And then I got a hold of her neck. And when I got a hold of her neck, this is on YouTube, of course, Genty TV, if you want to watch this. The first time you see me get a hold of her neck, I was squeezing pretty good. And then I felt my arms kind of gas out. So I said, no, let's go ahead and give this up and let's try something else. And so was just trying to just maintain position, because this particular tournament, you can win by submission, but it's just points. And I fucking hate points tournaments, because it's not necessarily that the better athlete wins or the better skilled individual wins. It's just the person who's able to collect the most points wins. However that means, you get those points, you get them. Obviously, submissions win the whole thing, but you're really taking a huge chance, because if you don't get that submission, you can be in potential trouble, lose points, the whole nine. So you really have to have a very strong strategy when it comes to points tournaments. Now, when it's submission only, I ain't worried about nothing. Submission only, you can sit down, you can stand up, you can do a handstand. I don't give a fuck. I'm going after you get that submission, however long it takes. You don't gotta worry about getting points, maintaining position, none of that shit. You just go on and choke the bitch out. But anyway, so I was trying to maintain the position and just kind of hold her there, but she was fucking strong. It's wiry. It just goes to show you the point in jiu-jitsu is even if you're the bigger person, you can still get your ass beat by a tiny ass person. Just last Saturday, I watched a 130-pound woman destroy two 200-pound ladies in the absolute. An old girl hasn't lost a fight. So I'm like, damn, I hope she don't show up to my tournament. Oh my God. So I was like, damn, this chick is really strong. I'm going to have to, really be on my best game here. And so somehow there was a scramble and we stood up. I mean, I could have jumped, but I said, nah, let's just reset. So we get a good reset. And I could see that she was determined, but a part of her, I heard her corner right before it started. They were like, whoa, why is the lady so big? And then the ref goes, this is absolute. It's open weight. That's what you signed up for. And it was just like, okay, you got to get this done. And I was just like, oh, this lady has no idea what's about to happen to her. And so we stand up for a second time. And I go for a takedown, and she is really trying. She's really scrappy. We go to the ground, and she's hoping to get a reversal, and she doesn't. And when she doesn't this time, she pulls me in guard. And most people, when they pull you in guard, they're going to try and work for what is known as a triangle or an armbar. And she's got long legs. So I'm expecting her to do all these things because she's good at that. So I immediately try and trap one of her arms to prevent her from doing this. And I can't. She's got strong, long legs. So I'm like, all right, what's my bread and butter? That neck. Give me that neck. Okay. I get a hold of this lady's neck again. This time, I start to do the choke again. This is Ezekiel choke. And you can YouTube Ezekiel choke. Okay. I start to do this Ezekiel choke and I put it in very slow, but I had a lot of pressure in there. And, I notice as I'm squeezing, I'm starting to use more force than last time, but I'm controlling that force. I'm really trying to control that force because I was like, man, this lady's strong. I've got to go to the next level of strength here to finish her. So I went to the next level and was squeezing, and she was not tapping. And I was hearing all kinds of noises. I said, Lord Jesus, here we fucking go. We go to DEFCON. We go to DEFCON 4, okay? And I put this on in a different way that protected my hand so she couldn't get the hand away, the choking hand away. And I went for it. I applied more pressure than I was comfortable with. And I was like, damn, this is what I hit guys with, and guys tap and practice from this. And this tiny ass lady ain't typing. So I'm going to have to go to fucking DEFCON 5. So we go to DEFCON 5 and I hear pop in her neck and I go, fuck. And she still didn't tap. And so I was like, oh shit, here we go. Well, bring on the nukes. And I basically about damn near beheaded this bitch. And I put so much pressure that I'm actually standing up, placing all of my weight, including the choke, into her neck, into her spinal cord. Okay. And finally she gives up. And it was the faintest tap. I let go and she is not moving. And I'm like, oh fuck. And then so now I feel like a complete asshole because this is supposed to be fun. I signed up for this tournament for my Muay Thai coach. He lost his match. So he was bummed out about that. And I was like, man, well, the person I came here to support and see win hasn't won. So what am I supposed to do? Now I gotta win. Ah, shit. So, after I hurt this lady's neck, she kept saying that she was fine. And I knew she fucking wasn't fine. Because she was not moving. And she kept trying to tough it out to her coach. She's toughing it out. No, not the way that I had that choke. Not the way that is designed. That is designed that you tap from the pressure. It is not even a choke that you can pass out from. You can, but the way that my grips were, it was solely intended to basically be like a nutcracker and, till fucking head popped. And that's basically what happened. And I was devastated. I was trying not to show that I was devastated, but I was devastated. I said, oh my God, I just maybe potentially ended this woman's career. She could be paralyzed. She could have severe nerve damage. All kinds of shit was going on. She was talking about she couldn't really feel her hands or her feet. I saw her moving her hands and her feet, so I knew she wasn't paralyzed, but I knew it was bad. And this janky-ass EMT comes up, and he starts fucking moving her. She goes, oh, I'm fine. So then he goes to pull her up, and then my mom's like, whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? Don't move her. Somebody got a neck injury. You don't fucking move them. You put a brace on her. They didn't even have a neck brace on her yet. And he's like, well, I got one of these braces here. I'm doing the best I can, man. No, you're not, fam. No, you're not. He put some kind of rinky-dink plastic temporary neck brace on her, but he had already moved her. Moving her could have paralyzed her. You understand that? The severity of this incident. And so my mom was just going into full mom mode, scolding this guy, and he goes, Mom, I'm gonna need you to step back. I've done all I can for her, ma'am. I've called 911. Like, why the fuck are you here, dog? I've given her a bag of ice and a plastic neck brace. This is the best I can do for her. I'm just like, oh, fuck. Well, everyone's in trouble, player. Sir, just go ahead and give your EMT kit to my mom. She will do a better job, okay? Thank you. Leave this arena. Thank you. Good God. Oh, man. Absolute scenes. And then just right after that, got to go into this match with this lady. And I felt my soul leave my body because I just wanted to make sure this lady was okay. And every time I would look over at her, there were more ambulance, more EMT around. Professional fuckers, not this janky ass EMT hired. Fucking paramedics were there. Fucking stretcher. And they had to put her on this little fucking blanket and lift her up on this gurney thing. It was just like a whole fucking scene, man. It was just bad. Really fucking bad. And, I was just trying to get my head into the game and I couldn't fucking execute. I just shit the bed. And I don't know if y'all want to see that. Let's hope you don't. But basically this woman, the Kill Bill, the bride, old Uma Thurman here, bless her, she's a sweetheart, was the toughest lady at that tournament. Because when she was wearing in a no-gi match, they'd call her name and she'd go put a gi on and go fight somebody else. She was constantly fighting people in different rings. I was watching her bounce around from ring to ring to ring. I said, oh my God, I do not want to fight this lady. And then they go, you're up. And then she walks up to the ring. I'm like, oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, God. And I could tell she was tired, but her determination, her spirit would not let her quit. And so she kept me up off the ground. I would not let me take her to the ground. I tried. I did everything I fucking could, and I just could not execute. I watched all these wrestling videos and the night before, and they say to never cram the night before because you're not going to remember for the test. And I sure as hell didn't remember for my little competition there. And the worst part was, the exact move that I was studying over and over and over again the night before. She had me in the position for me to do this move, and I couldn't wrap my brain around it. All I could think about was, you hurt somebody severely. This is a contest, but we're supposed to be having fun. People aren't supposed to end up in the hospital. That's not fun. And I was just like, I mind fucked myself out of that match. I had the ability to get done, but I mind fucked myself out of that match. They gave it to me. Nobody scored any points, but they just gave it to me because the ref thought that I was more of the aggressor. I don't know how, but I was really fucking trying. I was really trying, and she was just holding on to me. And, kudos to her. She is a tough lady. And I'm expecting to just get some bronze medal, and I just want to come home and eat my Tim Tams and lay in the bed and cry. And of course, watch ADCC, the biggest jiu-jitsu tournament ever going on in Vegas this weekend. And so about a minute into overtime, I kept hearing my teammates say, "Oh, this one's for a belt. Absolute, an expert level, you get a belt." And I'm said, "No, I'm not an expert level. I'm just, I'm still somewhat a beginner. I'm not a beginner, but I'm an intermediate. I was in an intermediate level." And he's like, "No, you get a belt." And I was just like, "Man, I don't believe you. I'm not sure if you know what you're talking about, player, but okay." And then like a minute into overtime, he tells my coach, and my coach goes, "Hey, you get a belt." He told me, "If you got a minute left, you get a belt." And I was just like, "Wait, were you listening to old boy over there? Because he don't know what he's fucking talking about. Y'all just trying to get me riled up." It didn't fucking work. So I go to the table, and then I go to the little medal table there, because they pass out your little medals, and you can take a picture on the podium. And I go over there, and it's like, "Hey, I'm here to pick up my medal, and then I want to go give me some candy." And he goes, "No, you don't get a medal, you get a belt." And I was like, "Whoa." And that thing is heavy. I was so excited. I'm going to play a little clip of me celebrating just a smidge. It didn't really hit me till I got home how important this was, how awesome this opportunity was. And I was so glad my friends and teammates were there to cheer me on. And most importantly, my mom. I wasn't going to invite my parents, but I just had this feeling that this could be my potentially last tournament, because I fucking hate the waiting. I hate the crying. I hate seeing people upset. I hate seeing people get hurt. I just want to have fun. And it really just weighs on me so much. And enough that the week prior, this last week prior, my panic attacks were coming back. Was just feeling my self-esteem just taking a turn. I'm just like, oh man, I can't wait till this goddamn tournament's over so I never have to do this shit again. But now that I want a belt, who knows? But I want to play you this epic celebration here. That's me jumping up and down in my garage. Woo! Man, I was just jumping up and down. I was so excited. Because, it just comes in waves. Like, I feel bad because the other people didn't win, but it's like, if those other people would have won, they probably wouldn't feel sorry for me, So I was like, you know what? Fucking enjoy it, man. You worked hard, went through hell. I trained hard. I go to work just so I can go to the gym and do this. This is the sole reason why I work at my job. It pays for this gym. It pays for this opportunity for me to train it. It pays for me to possess the ability to compete. So, and once I thought of it like that, I said, oh, hell yeah, this is my belt. But I know the lady messaged me on Instagram. She wants another shot at the belt. And who knows, I might have to defend that shit. We'll see. I might be like Conor McGregor and take a 2-year layoff before I defend me belt. But kudos to everybody that competed. I mean, the cutest little kids, age 4 with gis on, bouncing around, rolling around on the ground, doing arm bars and triangles. I mean, the future of jiu-jitsu looks so good. If you're listening to this, I highly encourage you to take a class. Or hell, ask me to do a move on you. It's fun. It's so much fun. Some days are not as fun as others, but for the most part, it's fun. So yeah, that's that. That's my tournament journey. Was a little disappointed that my father didn't show up, but I told him, I said, hey, it really wasn't your crowd. I was hoping you would show up so I would have some material for the show. But you didn't. It was all the things that you hate. Thousands of screaming children, thousands of screaming parents, in a giant sports arena with multiple rings going on at one time, multiple matches going on at one time. There were 12 different rings in this place. 12 different matches going on at any given moment. And then on top of that, people crying, people laughing, kids running around with swords, people's medals, loud country music, all the things my dad hates. So, yeah, he's like, oh, no, Ginny, I cannot watch. I'm staying home with the dogs. I'm like, you don't even like my dogs. You don't even like dogs, period. So I know that's a fat lie. So just say, man. Just be real. You don't want to go. It's okay. Everybody knows the J is up, fam. But God bless his little heart. It's the thought that counts. And at least he was concerned about my dogs while I was potentially getting my ankle bent into a pretzel while I was being attacked by a rabid woman with blood-soaked paper towels and red eyeballs and hair everywhere trying to take me down. My dad is worried about dogs he doesn't like. Oh man, the insanity, the utter insanity. Well, that's going to do it for me, folks. It has been a wild and exciting weekend. Canelo beat Triple G to close out the trilogy, and Canelo is truly the king. We already knew this. ADCC, Gordon Ryan beats Andre Galvao in a shocking match to see who is the greatest, one of the top greatest jiu-jitsu practitioners of all time, and I believe Gordon Ryan has cemented his name in that wall with another slew of legends up there. Rener Gracie, Barrett Yosida, the list goes on. Sanji Roberto. I mean, all of these names that I'm shouting out that you don't know, or maybe you do. I politely encourage you to go to YouTube if you've got some time and YouTube ADCC. These are the greatest jiu-jitsu These are the greatest jiu-jitsu practitioners in the world going head-to-head for large sums of money and bragging rights. And the winners of this year will now meet at the World Tournament in Abu Dhabi in 2024. So the cool thing I like about ADCC is anybody can enter this tournament. All you have to do is pay the fee, and you can be in this tournament. But just beware, it is bracket based, so the chances of you being a white belt or a blue belt, you're probably gonna get matched up with a black belt, and you're probably gonna get your ass beat. But there has been a few people. I think there's been maybe 2 of them were brothers, Nicky Rodriguez and Jay Rodriguez, both. Nicky Rodriguez won bronze at ADCC tournament only after training jiu-jitsu for 8 months. They call him the Black Belt Slayer. Good God almighty. What a stud. But he had collegiate wrestling in his pocket. And see, a lot of core jiu-jitsu guys don't have an answer for pure American wrestling. Okay? Let that be known. His brother in the ADCC trials beat 8 black belts in 48-hour period. Fought 4 in one day and then 4 again the next day to earn his seat at ADCC. Jay Rodriguez, what a fucking stud. Guy was a blue belt like me. Barely started. And he earned his purple belt because he beat 8 black belts. People have been doing this for 20 plus years. He's only been doing it for less than 2 years. And he smoked them. Smoked them with old-fashioned American wrestling. I highly recommend, if you've got some time, I know everyone is busy doing their own thing. If you're bored, type in ADCC and watch the magic that is jiu-jitsu. That is going to do it for me, folks. I must go lie down for a very long time. I need to take a dirt nap. I have been brutally murdered by a Tahitian woman and the bride from Kill Bill. And even though I won a belt, I feel like I've been in a car accident. So once again, my apologies to the lady in the neck brace and also to the bride because I did poke her in the eye or scratched her eye. I didn't mean to. Just terrible set of circumstances going on. Just adrenaline's going, excitement, and just trying to grab her so I could take her to the ground and a scratched eye. Fuck. Anywho, I hope you have enjoyed the show. Please like, share, and subscribe to Ramble Radio. Tell a friend, but only if they're cool, of course. And definitely tell them if they want to know about jiu-jitsu. Come on, this is the spot. Your dear host, Rambo Pro, would love to get the old choke going. Or maybe I should take it easy. My arms are a little sore. And plus, I don't want to put anybody in a stretcher. Come on, this is crazy. We're supposed to have fun. Life's about having fun sometimes. I feel like life's about having fun most of the time. Obviously, we can't have fun all the time, but jiu-jitsu should be fun all the time, okay? Anyhow, thank you so much for tuning in. It was an epic battle to get to tournament. I want to tell you guys, the night before, I had somebody's sweaty t-shirt slash my eye. And at 3 o'clock in the morning, I could not see. I could not see out of my eye. Several hours before tournament, I still could not see. But determination, a sheer will to win, brought me to tournament and got me that belt, along with the help of my teammates and my coaches, and most of all, your loving listening ears. Thank you so much, everybody, for your love and support. I appreciate y'all. I will talk to y'all next week. This is Rambo Radio. I'm out. Peace.